So as you may already know, Instagram has launched IGTV, which is their new video platform for longer form content that you can share with your audience. Now, the difference between them and say platforms like YouTube is that their native video format is 9:16 as opposed to 16:9, which means that your videos are supposed to be in a vertical format as opposed to a widescreen format, which is something that I always get annoyed by when I see people filming with their mobile phones in portrait mode. It's a new opportunity, and Instagram reckons that a lot of people are more comfortable viewing things on their phone holding it in portrait mode anyway, so why not do videos in that mode? So lots of people will be looking to now upload their content to IGTV, but a lot of you may already have videos shot and edited, or maybe just raw footage that you cannot reshoot, but you'd like to still be able to share it on IGTV. So I've thought about this, and I've had some ideas, and I thought, let me just share this video with you, for you content creators, to give you some little tips about how you can potentially still use those widescreen 16:9 aspect ratio videos on your IGTV. So here we are inside my video editing software. In this case, I'm using Final Cut Pro. It doesn't matter which software you're using for your video editing. The principles that I'm going to talk about here are going to be universal, so you can apply it in whichever editing software you decide to use. So I've got some footage here, which is some basic footage of the River Thames, just a nice scenery there at sunset. And I want to be able to, this has been shot in 16:9. But the first thing that you want to do is to start a new project, which I have done already. But if you look in this section just here at the top, you'll see that my video was done, my project format is 1080 by 1920. So it's a flip. It's normally 1920 by 1080 if you're doing HD video. As you can see with the black section here, I don't have any footage there yet, but you can see that is now a vertical viewing of the timeline. So what I will do first of all is to place a background on my main timeline. So you can use anything for this. You can use a photo, or you can use some kind of graphic. However, I'm just going to go into one of the textures here inside Final Cut Pro, and I'll just go with this texture here, and I'll drag that across. So now you can see much better what the layout of the video is going to be like. Now the point is to get your 16:9 videos in here. Now you won't be able to fill up the screen, obviously, because the aspect ratio is different. So my idea behind doing this is to actually just layer the video on top of the background. So now it's dropped it in. You can see it's just placed it in the middle here. Now it's up to you how you want to position it. I know that there are people that might say, okay, well, it's going to be too tiny and you might not be able to view it properly because it defeats the purpose. You won't be able to see the full image. But really and truly, most newer smartphones or tablets have really high resolution screens nowadays. And I watch a lot of videos still holding my phone vertically or in portrait mode, like YouTube videos, and I'm still able to see what's going on. It depends on the type of videos that you make. Obviously, this technique would work more for talking head videos where you don't have too many different types of crucial bits of information in there. So at least you'll still be able to see what's going on and you can listen to the audio. But let's just imagine that this is an appropriate video for the way I've laid it out here. What you can do is I would recommend adjusting the position of the video. So in this case, I'm just going to select that video clip there, and I'm just going to adjust the Y position to bring it just towards the top of the frame. What I noticed with IGTV is that the most crucial bits of information needs to be at the top. So the things that you think are important for people to see, the framing of that needs to be at the top of the screen, because the thumbnails that you can view to look at videos that might be upcoming or that you might want to browse through, it will bring an overlay up towards the bottom half of the screen. What this means is that anything that's below that halfway mark downwards is going to kind of be obscured by the overlay that Instagram, or IGTV rather, brings up, which is going to allow you to browse and search whilst watching the video. So again, just make sure you have the important bits towards the top. So what you could do here in this case is now go ahead and layer up some text on top of that, possibly with some titles. So if I jump into my titles here and I, just as an example, drop this title down, you can see already we've got something semi-decent going on. So it could just relate to whatever is happening inside the image at the top here. But let's just say you feel like whatever is going on screen is too small for you to see, and it's kind of like not appropriate for what you're trying to do. I'm just going to bring this title down below the footage here, and you'll see why I'm doing that at the moment, just so I can concentrate on this clip. If you notice, there's a boat passing in the scene along the River Thames, and what I want to do is to focus in, or to fill the screen out with that center point there where the boat is actually passing on the screen. So if I just want to punch in, this is a good thing to do if you record in 4K without losing resolution. So that's a tip there for you. Lots of cameras now and mobile phone video recording apps have 4K built in. So it's a good idea to start recording in 4K. That way, when you punch in, and by that I mean I'm going to just split this clip here right at this point. So I'm just going to break it there, blade it there, move it across a bit, blade it again. Of course, I need to select the right clip. Just going to go ahead and blade it again there. So I've just got this separated bit now. I've got 3 separated bits of video clips, and that center bit which I isolated, what I'm going to do is just fill the screen out with that by adjusting the size of it. So I'll just drag this handle here to bring it out and just drag the actual video to reposition it. And as you can see, I've now punched in, I've given it full screen, and you wouldn't have lost that much quality. So if I play that through, this is what you get. So you could always cut between scenes and punch in and punch out, or just change the positioning of the actual clips to make things look a bit more interesting and make it a bit more engaging. And if you pair this up with voiceovers, and if you do things like adding some transitions, let's say we add the default fade to this, it makes it look a little bit more smooth and a bit more engaging for the viewer. And you can put whatever text you want below, or put other graphics below here and other information that you think is relevant to the video. So I think that's a possible way for you to still add your horizontal videos or your 16:9 videos to IGTV, and just utilize the fact that you can crop in or punch in by using higher resolution than 1080p if you have the option when you're recording. Then that gives you more flexibility as well. So this is my idea. If you think this is helpful, and if you have any other ideas about how you can do this, please leave me a comment so I can actually look into that, because I might possibly take those tips and use them in my productions as well. I see people putting up these 16:9 videos, and what they've done is literally just flip the video. Is they go in and they actually just rotate the video. So instead of it being actually viewed in a vertical way, which is how it's intended for you to view on IGTV, you now have to flip your device on its side, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of IGTV's viewer experience. So you force the viewer to actually turn their device on the side. So this is not ideal in my opinion. So yeah, let me know if this has been helpful, And I look forward to using IGTV with some of my content, as it's a decent way. You don't have to actually edit videos. You could just straight away record something on your phone. As long as you've got decent audio and you've got decent content, it will still be fine. You can also do your more produced videos, which you just shoot in the native aspect ratio, which is 9:16. You can mix that and blend that into other things with graphics and so on. So listen, if you find this video as being helpful, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. I'll be looking to make lots more videos on tips and tricks to do with content production, as well as lots of things to do with productivity, as well as design. So if you're interested in these videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the future content. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.